The focus of this video will be on the health belief model. This theory is a psychological model that attempts and explains one's health behaviors by focusing on the attitudes and beliefs of that particular individual. The model was developed in the 1950s and was founded by 4 social psychologists that worked in the U.S. Public Health Services. The theory was developed in response by a failure of a free tuberculosis health screening program. We are going to be looking at how the health belief model relates to unprotected sex. Some people have the attitude that they will not contract an STD from unprotected sex based on what he or she has seen their family and friends doing. The influences an individual has around them can also play a major role in the attitudes he or she has towards a certain behavior as well.
This is real life tea.
We're not saying you got to be 40 years old, married to have sex. You got to just know when it's right, and no one can tell you that. Don't do it for anyone but yourself.
Nothing wrong with the decision to have sex without a condom or have sex with a condom or whatever, but it just doesn't make sense to then all of a sudden, oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
And they need to understand that like all these subjects, it is about real life.
Like in the back of your mind, you're always constantly like thinking that you shouldn't have done it, but it's just always like the guy sometimes like pressuring you to do things that you don't want to do, and you feel like you have to, or else they're like not interested.
What I was going to talk about is the really intense pressures on teenagers to have sex for the first time.
When he was talking, he kind of made it seem like, well, he didn't say it, but he kind of made it seem to me as though like girls don't have pressure.
I hear so many times, oh yeah, I went without him for a couple days. Or, we went for a week and everything. It's like that. It's like if you're happy, then that's good for you.
And sort of the idea that if you don't use it, you lose it. Personally, for me, and I know there are some people who might have other opinions, but as a young man, I feel there's more pressure on members of my gender to have sex for the first time in high school, more so than girls our age.
When you're under the influence, like when you're drinking, you definitely feel like it's more okay to like go out of your limit and do things that you wouldn't normally do, and then the next morning you're just like, what did I do?
Well, my sister was a senior in high school last year, and she got pregnant at 16 and had her baby like a month after she turned 17.
My mom was really accepting about it because she was also a teen parent, so she kind of understands me better now. Oh, I'm going to marry that person that I had the child with, and they don't really think what's going to happen in the future. The women who do get pregnant for the second time are the women that are still with their baby daddy, and they think that they're already starting their family. But a lot of times, those don't last.
Yeah, I think teenagers, they pretty much have no clue what a sexually transmitted disease is.
I feel the lack of education from the teachers and schools about STDs to students is pretty high.
I don't think they realize is the naiveness, or how naive teenagers are, and the fact they feel invincible, oh, that's not going to happen to me, I trust them.
You may not even know it, but people that you don't even think that might have an STD could have an STD or something wrong with them. You look around, celebrities are all at a young age having kids, everyone's having sex, your friends are all talking about it. We're not trying to, push you one way or another. We're just trying to give you facts. You got to just think on your own.
This is real life tea.
A cue or trigger is necessary for promoting engagement and health-promoting behaviors. Cues can be internal or external. Physiological cues such as pain or symptoms are examples of cues to action. External cues include events or information from close others, the media, or healthcare providers promoting engagement in health-related behaviors. Health-related behaviors are also influenced by the perceived benefits of taking action. Perception of the benefits refer to an individual's assessment of the value or efficacy of engaging in a health-promoting behavior to decrease risk of disease. Perceived barriers refer to an individual's assessment of the obstacles to behavioral change. The perceived benefits must outweigh the perceived barriers in order for the behavioral change to occur. Demographic, psychosocial, and structural variables can affect perceptions of health-related behaviors.
2, 3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain how I'm feeling, and my pride is the one to blame. Yeah, 'cause I know I don't understand just how your love can do what no one else can.